It's the Christmas season, so it's probably time for my obligatory War on Christmas story because it never ends. This time, a principal in Nebraska is the Grinch that stole Christmas. Jennifer Sinclair is the principal of Manchester Elementary School in Elkhorn, Nebraska. And just like that green, hairy, long-fingered mountain-dwelling fellow with the little dog that wears antlers on his head, Sinclair has swept into her school and gathered up all the Christmas decorations and Christmas movies and Christmas carols and even candy canes and stuffed them all in her SJW sack. Now, this is the letter that she sent to her faculty explaining what she had done. I come from a place that Christmas and the like are not allowed in schools, as over the years in my educational career, this has evolved into the expectation for all educators. Then she went on to explicitly ban Santas or Christmas items for clip art on worksheets, Christmas trees in classrooms, the elf on the shelf, Christmas carols, Christmas music, scholastic books that are Christmas related, making a Christmas ornament as a gift, candy canes, red and green items, reindeer, Christmas videos, movies and or characters from Christmas movies. Now, on the other hand, Yetis and cartoon snowmen were not on Sinclair's naughty list. Sinclair goes on to write, I'm hopeful that we can avoid the discomfort of me directly questioning something you copied and pasted and had your kids do. That makes me uncomfortable, and I know it doesn't feel good. Oh, okay. Well, as long as she's comfortable, that's what matters, because as you know, Christmas is truly about the comfort of busybody school administrators and not the joy and excitement of little children. Sinclair goes on to acknowledge that she is causing a lot of blowback for her staff who are being forced to follow her ridiculous directive, but she says she will do her best to communicate the expectation from here on out, which aligns with Sinclair's interpretation of their expectations as a public school who seeks to be inclusive and culturally sensitive to all their students. Sinclair blames her holly jolly holdup on her interpretation of the school board policy that reads, due to the inherent impressionability and increasing diversity of students in the Elkhorn Public Schools, it shall be the responsibility of the superintendent and all district staff members to ensure that learning activities, student exhibits, and student programs shall conform to the following. 1. The activity or program must have a secular purpose. The principal or primary effect of the activity or program must be one that neither advances nor inhibits religion. 3. The activity or program must not foster an excessive government entanglement with religion. I don't know how Sinclair read those and then interpreted it to mean cancel Christmas. Under numbers 1 and 2, the school can both celebrate Christmas as a secular holiday and at the same time not inhibit the religious nature of the holiday for students who choose for it to be a religious holiday. And number 3, with regard to government entanglement in religion, when an annoying government administrator says that you can't acknowledge that Christmas is in fact the birth of baby Jesus, that's excessive government entanglement in religion. In Sinclair's letter to the faculty, she didn't once point out any concerns expressed to her by religious minority students or secular students. Instead, she actually indicated that the complaints she was receiving were from people calling her the absolute SJW Grinch that she is. And there's probably a pretty good reason for that, considering the demographics of Nebraska. According to Pew Research, Nebraska is about 75% Christian. So those are your baby Jesus swaddled in a manger Christmas people. Nebraska is also about 21% secular. So that makes Santa and Rudolph and elves Christmas kind of things okay with those folks. That checks off about 96% of the population of Nebraska, which leaves about 4% mixed religious minority group people, none of which have complained, or I'm sure Sinclair would have brought it up in her letter to the faculty. in Sinclair's efforts to be inclusive, she's actually excluding at least 96% of her school's population. I don't think inclusive means what Sinclair thinks it means. And it sounds like the school board agrees with me here because Sinclair was just put on leave from her role as principal at Manchester Elementary School, with the board saying her ban was not in line with school board policy, which, of course, should give Sinclair a lot of free time to terrorize the good residents of Whoville. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. You know, the war on Christmas comes around once a year, but the war on conservatives on the internet, it's happening every single day. But we have a way around that. We've built our own Rebel Media mobile app. It's available on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Download it, give it a whirl, and fight internet censorship of conservatives wherever you go.